Welcome to Take 63.
Hey, Trev, that one kind of sucked as well. Let's try that next one with a little more chutzpah, huh? Alright, take 63. Let's go.
Tron Legacy, Alice in Wonderland, African Cats is only in theaters. Toy Story 3, Cars 2, in theaters June 24th. Hi, I'm Trevor Jones. Welcome to the first episode ever of Take 63, where we talk about voiceover, marketing your business, whatever it is, and whatever the heck else I want to talk about. In this episode, we're going to talk about breaking into the voiceover industry. Is now a good time to get in? Well, yes and no, and kind of both for the same reason. It's easier than ever to set up a home studio. With a laptop, a decent USB mic, and a closet, you can record some pretty good sounding audio. But because of that, there's a lot of people that want to get in, and there are a lot of people competing for the same jobs out there. Decide if this is really what you want to do. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? You get paid to talk into a microphone. You get rejected a lot. I think I did about 200 auditions on voices.com, a subscription voiceover website, before I got my first job with them. Also, you're sitting in a room all day long once you're doing it full time, usually by yourself, talking into a microphone. It takes a long time before you can be doing voiceover full time as a career. So you've got to be really dedicated, and you can't be afraid to market yourself. And finally, you've got to be really passionate about it. If you don't love it, don't even think about doing it. Read a lot. There are a ton of great free resources about voiceover on the internet. Then start getting some books. I think the first book I ever read was Secrets of Voiceover Success. Other books you might want to consider are The Art of Voice Acting by James Alberger, Tales and Techniques of a Voice Actor by Harlan Hogan, There's Money Where Your Mouth Is by Elaine Clark, and Terry Apple's brand new Voiceovers, Everything You Need to Know About How to Make Money with Your Voice. Get some professional training. Start out with seminars and classes. They're typically going to be a little more cost effective for you. If you happen to be in the Los Angeles area, a great place to start is the Voicecaster in Burbank. Once you've got some classes under your belt, you want to get some personal coaching. You want to go to somebody that's recommended by professionals that are working in the industry right now. Now, I recommend my two coaches, Maurice Tobias and Nancy Wolfson. They're based in Los Angeles, as I am, so I was able to see them personally, but they also both do telephone work. And there's probably great coaches in your area as well. Now, once you've gone through several classes and you've had extensive private coaching, and when I say extensive, I went through about a year of private coaching before I went to the next step, which is to have a demo produced. Now, if you're new to this, you might be asking yourself, what's a demo? A demo is simply a sample of your work. The first demo you should have done is your commercial demo, and I highly recommend that you have it professionally produced. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I got GarageBand, I got sound effects, I got music, I'll just copy something off the TV and make my own demo. Well, you could do that, but it's probably going to sound like you did it yourself. Now, besides doing voiceover, I'm also an editor. I do motion picture marketing, create TV spots for feature films that are coming out. Recently, I've been working on Cars 2 and Pirates of the Caribbean, so it's real movies. And I'm cutting narration, dialogue, music, sound effects, into TV spots all day long. But even so, I still had my demos professionally produced. In my case, I had my commercial and narration demos done by Nancy Wolfson. I suggest you have yours professionally done as well. People do create their own demos. In fact, I was on a website recently, and this guy's like, "Hello, this is Bob. If you'd like to use my voice, please call me at 0123456678 or email me at bob@bob.com. I'm like, that's your demo? That was his demo. I'm not sure he's getting a lot of business that way. Now, I recognize that a lot of you won't be able to do this next suggestion, but if you're young and you're able, you don't have a lot of responsibilities, I recommend that you get a job in the industry. Get a job somewhere where they actually use voiceover, and then you'll have opportunities potentially to showcase your talents with them. Now, in my job, I get to do a lot of scratch narration, and I also get to do a lot of finish narration, so it works out pretty well for me. At some point in this process, you're going to have to get a home studio. The good news is the cost of entry is pretty reasonable. All you need is a laptop, and I guess you already have one because you're watching this. A decent microphone. You can get a decent USB microphone for about $200. Recording software, some of that is free, and a quiet place like a closet. Now, let's say you just got a $3,500 tax return and you're thinking, I'm going to get me a Neumann U87 because that's what all the pros use. Well, you could do that, and it's a great mic. But if you haven't had private coaching yet, get that first. Good technique is going to go a lot farther than a good microphone. We'll talk more about equipment in future episodes, probably several future episodes, because I love talking about that stuff. Now, the things we talked about today will just get you started in the industry, and even once you're working full-time as a trained professional, you still want to keep your chops up. You want to keep training, keep practicing, keep reading. If you like today's episode, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TrevorJonesVO. Plus, links to everything we've talked about today are on my website, trevorjonesvo.com. Thanks for watching episode 1 of Take 63. We'll see you next time.